Hi, it's Nelson here. I'm delighted to welcome you to the Hero's Journey. You probably saw me in the street interviewing people about the mental health. Why I'm doing this is because I suffered from mental health at one point in my life. A few years ago, I was living in the Cotswolds. I had a very well-paid job. I was very, very happy, and everything was going according to plan. But then I got a phone call from my brother who told me that our father was dead. So it was a shock, the first shock. And it was a big shock. I developed depression and anxiety. Less than 2 years later, I got another phone call from my brother telling me that my mother was dead. So in less than 2 years, I lost both parents. So my mental health went really to the floor. So I became depressed, I became anxious, and I resigned from a job. Honestly, I had a very well-paid job. I resigned from a job. I couldn't process anything really. And then I found a mentor who introduced me to the Hero's Journey for the second time. The first time is when I used to live in Lisbon. And I was 16. I had an argument with my father, and I left the house of my father and I wandered in the streets, homeless, for a year. And I got into all sorts of troubles. Okay, in 1 year, I almost destroyed my life. But then I went to the Portuguese army, and I found a mentor who introduced me to the Hero's Journey. So I already knew the Hero's Journey then, but I didn't pay attention to it. I didn't give it the importance it deserves. So then when my parents died, that was the big shock. Now, why I'm making this video and why I'm telling you this stuff is because your life is made of 5 dimensions. You have your spiritual dimension. It deals with your mental health and your thoughts and your soul. You have your emotional dimension. It deals with family, mother and father, brothers and sisters, but also cousins and grandparents, but also the family that you create with your spouse. It might be your boyfriend, it might be your girlfriend, it's your partner. The third dimension is your social dimension. It deals with society, with communities, friends and relatives. And then your fourth dimension, it deals with a job, how you make a living, your source of income. The fourth dimension, it deals with your biological dimension, your immune system. So there is a point in your life when one of these dimensions will go into a crisis. Maybe already happened in childhood. For example, you were bullied at school, or when you're a teenager, you got addicted to weed or alcohol or cocaine. Something has happened. And then this will create a crisis, which people call the mental health. It's a crisis in one of the 5 dimensions. You develop depression, anxiety, and some people suddenly commit suicide. But it doesn't have to be that way, okay? There is a way you can heal yourself. So the way I solved mine was I learned how to heal myself, okay? It takes some practice, but you can do it at home. A few weeks ago, a guy contacted me. He was 22, and he said he felt lost. He was really, really bad. His mental health was really bad. So I took him into a place not far from where I live. We spent 4 hours. When we finished, the brother said, "Hey man, I've never felt so good in my life." Okay. And I've worked with other people who are addicted to cocaine, all sorts of things. And then they healed. So this is the Hero's Journey, is that you start from a victim, you are a victim, you go to the victim's journey, and you go into the Hero's Journey. I want to help you in any way I can. I want to help you in any way I can. I'm an entrepreneur. If you can pay, great. If you can't pay, I will help you anyway. Because what I want to do is to help you, for you to be healthy for the rest of your life. You don't have to struggle. Because I discovered the technique. It takes some time, but you can do it from home, honestly. Sometimes, I take people into the forest and we just do it. So the best way to do it, the way this works is that there is a form. You can fill the form and it will contact you. We like to deliver group sessions. So you have a friend or a relative or a group of people whom you think they need some healing. Okay, get in touch, we'll organize a session. If it's just yourself and you need to know how to heal yourself, get in touch, we will also help you. So yeah, I'm delighted to welcome you to this. This is the Hero's Journey. I advise you to buy the book so you start reading, because there are exercises in the book. If you read the book, there are exercises which you can start doing at home. I wrote the book so people can understand what it is. It's just an introduction. Okay, it's an introduction, but it helps a lot. So it doesn't really matter where you are today, whether it's depression, whether it's anxiety, it's a non-medical ailment. I don't want to interfere with people's medications, but there is a way you can heal yourself. Honestly, you just have to start believing in yourself, start investing yourself, fall in love with yourself again. It takes some time, but you can heal yourself. You will heal yourself. So yeah, it's an amazing experience, and I'm delighted to welcome you to this. You probably saw me on Instagram or YouTube or TikTok or one of these channels, and you wonder how you can heal yourself. So there is a technique, there is a way. I can show you the way face to face, okay, in a group session. If you for some reason you can't meet face to face, I can show you online how to do it. But this book gives you an introduction. Honestly, it gives you an introduction how to do it. So I'm delighted to welcome to the Hero's Journey. There is a Hero's Journey, there is the Victim's Journey, and there is the Hero's Journey. You don't have to spend the rest of your life going to the Victim's Journey. And I'm delighted to welcome into this. So my message is, love yourself, invest in yourself, and heal yourself. Whether it's addiction to alcohol or cigarettes or trauma from childhood, you can't heal yourself. You just have to start believing in yourself, right? Yeah, get in touch with us and we'll be delighted to help you in any way we can. Thank you.